there. I thought I already did that. Hey, Spreaker World, we are live, and we're about ready to go live on.
We are working on it.
What's that thing? YouTube. This is the caffeinated.
Are we good? I think we are.
Okay,
good.
Caffeinated word, and let me.
We're up on.
What's
YouTube?
past due? What is that? Let me see. Are we on? No. What's past due?
Oh, I don't know.
Something's past due. Are we on YouTube? See if we're on there. So this is a caffeinated word. Two knuckleheads and a microphone. That's what we should have been called. Two knuckleheads and a microphone. Is it showing?
No, it's not.
Here, let's see here. We are. What did I do last time?
Dude, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Spreaker fans, hold on.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Hang in there. I think we should start YouTube first next time.
Yeah, we should start YouTube first next time. I told you that. I said, hey, Cody. He said, yeah, Gary. I said, we should start YouTube.
He definitely told me that.
And where's publish? Publish, where? Where is it? Publish, there it is. Oh, publish. Okay. I don't know what past due means. But anyway, welcome. Now, there is a chat feature on YouTube, but I don't know. Is that abled? Spreaker is abled
we're spinning over here.
to do that. It's still spinning?
We're still spinning.
It's still spinning. But I think we're up and running. You didn't have these problems last time?
Oh.
You didn't have this problem last time?
No. Well,
what did you use last time?
Last episode, if anyone watched episode 2, we could not go live because we did not have good enough internet service.
Right. Now, is it not published?
I think we're live.
Oh, are we live? Okay.
It's showing live.
All right.
Live, buddy.
So we have...
live.
There's different places you can get this. First of all, let's see here. The caffeinated word on the United Baptist Church, it shows up. We'll try to get it to be able to get on the caffeinated word.
Oh yeah.
Thing, and then
I'm going to share to YouTube or to Facebook right now. So anyway, Sunday afternoon, we've been trying to do these on Thursday. Haven't been very successful, and then Cody cheated on me. I'm sorry.
The last episode.
I feel sort of bad.
Cheated on me.
Like a little bad, but I mean,
cheated.
Not that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know you don't feel bad at all. But let me see if I can find us. So yes, we're on our devices, and we should be talking. How do you spell this? Caffeinated, C-A-F-F.
Hey, ooh, there we go.
What is that?
We are good.
How do you spell our show?
C-A-F-F.
I'm not a speller.
Dude, you missed the
C-A-F-F.
You missed the the.
Oh, okay,
What are you doing?
Oh,
my word.
Okay.
Yeah, caffeinated. Yeah, dude, it's right there in the search history. Come on.
Yeah. Whoa. Caffeinated word. 5 subscribers. Let me see here. What's up with this? Welcome to Caffeinated Word.
Oh, I forgot to drop this on you, but we gotta run this one short today.
Pastor Seth. Where's the one that we're doing now?
Well, you can go on my Facebook page if you want.
And it's Caffeinated Word. I don't see it on here.
You struggle so much.
Episode 2, Pastor Seth. Welcome to the Caffeinated Word. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
What?
Hold on.
Are we having issues?
There we go. It was not under public. It was under private, so you can only watch it if you had the link. But it's under public now.
Now it's under public?
Something like that. I don't know.
Oh, anyway, we have to cut this short, so we better just... I'm trying to...
I got to be out of here in 45 minutes.
Public.
Because this evening, am going to be at Orwell. Is it Bible Church? Bible Church.
You're
Orwell
preaching?
Bible Church. I am not preaching.
Oh.
But we as in me and Stony Point Camp, because that's where I'm at, We are going to Orwell Bible Church.
So let's pause for a second.
You're interrupting my story.
Yes, I am, because you said the first 5 minutes.
You
and
must
we're getting
think
close.
that like giving away money is more important than me or something.
So how much is this?
So that is valid for a free medium hot coffee.
We're giving away $3.
We're giving away $3.
Wow, I feel, I wasn't included in this.
Courtesy.
I wasn't included in this.
Of the missus from Stony Point Camp.
Ooh.
Yes. She gave.
So I can't make fun of a $3 gift card.
Maybe not too much.
Okay.
A little bit.
I'm not making fun of this card.
He's definitely not making fun of the card.
Anyway, how do they win this?
So, to be entered to win the gift card, you need to do 2 things. It's not too difficult. So, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, it's right there. There it is, Dunkin' Donuts. So, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. So, we're going to subscribe. And then, what are you doing?
I'm making sure people can focus on the card. Right.
So subscribe to the channel.
It's not here.
And share it on Facebook.
It's not here.
You can find us on the Caffeinated Word. That is Facebook. All right. So check us out there. And it's the Caffeinated Word on YouTube. So look us up on both. Subscribe. Share. Spreaker. We are on Spreaker. It might come up under United Baptist Church. So
no, Spreaker. It's Caffeinated Word, though. But it comes on our Facebook page. Is that distracting yet?
A little bit.
Okay.
But it's taken away from your ugly, so that's okay.
Hey, that's good. That's good. When I was a kid, my mom made me wear a paper sack around. I always wondered why. She always said I had a great face for radio, too.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, I was confused about that.
Hey,
anyway.
We have people in the audience today.
We do.
We're getting popular.
We have a live audience.
We do. So we are live on Facebook, Spreaker, and we have a live audience at UBC Scranton.
UBC,
dude. If you could turn the camera around, you'd see at least 10 dozen people out there.
Yeah. Which could have happened because same reaction probably as on a Sunday morning preaching. People, it's like crickets. Anyway, so
can I continue my story?
Yeah, go ahead. I just wanted to make sure people knew that we're giving away.
Gary's on me with keeping me in what I wanted to say. So Dunkin' Donuts, there you go. There's your 2 things to do to get entered to win that. And when you win, we'll send you a message to send that to you. So as I was saying this evening, I'm going to be at Orwell Bible Church. All right. And so the Stony Point Camp is going there to do a presentation. And it's going to be really cool because there's an evening service and we have the whole service. So Pastor Man from there is going to... What are you raising your hand for?
I have a question.
Yes, little Gary?
Where's Orville?
Orwell?
Orwell.
Yeah, that is... It's literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Is that close to your camp?
It's about 20 minutes from Wyalusing.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So I'm not driving there. Owner of Stony Point Camp is. So that's how we're going to get there. We might follow him. But so we have the whole service tonight, right? So Pastor Man's going to introduce us, and then we got the whole thing. So it's going to be really cool. There might be a fire on stage.
A real fire?
There might be a fire on stage.
Real fire?
A fire.
A real fire?
A fire.
Like real, hot
definitely,
fire?
Definitely going to be flames on the stage.
On the stage?
On the stage.
Dude, I'm going to that church.
And we're going to be singing. I'm going to be singing.
What are you going to be singing?
We're going to be doing some worship and
you and your wife?
Or? Probably not her. No, she's going to be in charge of Walker, I think.
Oh, why can't she sing with Walker up there? Because just the cute baby, all the women would be like, "Oh, honey, I need one of them."
Or another.
Yeah.
That's not an option right now. we're sticking with one. We're good.
Right. Yeah. Famous last words. So anyway, so you're going to do a presentation?
Yeah. And I put together a video for the camp. Ooh. Dude, it is high class. Let me tell you.
Kind of like how high tech we are.
Dude, we're so high tech.
Yeah.
We're so high tech the internet can't keep up. That's what it is. So
you're doing that.
Yeah.
And then so we have these like our little hankies I made us. Yeah.
Gary
so
put these together.
I put these in here because
spent a lot of time on those.
Because this is first of all, I'm a terrible friend. I really am. He called me up, told me what was going on.
He's pretty mad.
And I was making fun of him the whole time.
It's all
He
right.
called me twice, and all we did was laugh. So he called me Thursday. We're supposed to do a caffeinated word Thursday.
Yeah.
And what happened early Thursday?
So I got a call at 6:30 in the morning and was notified that my dad had passed away. And Thursday afternoon, I was supposed to do a podcast with Gary, and so I called him up. I said, "Hey, we're gonna have to postpone this," and he yelled at me.
I did not.
He said, "What?" and he said, "No, that's fine," and then proceeded to make fun of me. No, not that bad. But
No.
so we had a good conversation about that. And Gary, for Dad just passing away in the morning, Gary had me laughing probably for the next. Well, I'm in the middle of nowhere driving during this point, and so we had to call back and forth probably about 15 times over the course of an hour and a half trip, and that was really annoying.
And then I called you in the afternoon. We laughed some more. So
Yeah. But so he was a jerk, but he's a good friend. But I thought maybe we could talk about, under our circumstances, why death isn't as scary to us.
Right. There's that verse or the chapter in 1 Corinthians 15, which is...
There's the audience.
Yeah, there's the audience. 1 Corinthians 15, which is a very common funeral scripture. Oh, death, where's your sting? It's sting. Oh, where's your sting? Oh, death. And if we're believers, we go to heaven.
Yeah.
But the key word is we have to have a relationship with Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Well, yeah, it's pretty simple, but not. I mean, yes.
You mean I don't have to have my 401k go to a church before I die?
Well, if you do, if you're out there and you're looking for a place to donate your 401k, 213 South Main Avenue, Scranton, Pennsylvania, 18504. Just saying. Anyway.
Just plugging that in.
Yeah,
as an option.
As an option. I won't have to get to heaven, but we'll appreciate the money.
Yeah. So it's just your faith in Christ that gets you to heaven.
And Christ alone. Grace alone and Christ alone and faith alone.
And Christ alone.
Yeah.
My hope is found.
Who sings that song?
Someone?
Yeah, keep it that way.
Yeah. See, this is how our conversation went on the phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it was Sunday morning. I preached this morning.
Today's Sunday.
Today's
For those
Sunday.
of you
Sunday morning.
listening later,
this is Sunday.
This is Sunday afternoon.
So
this morning, Gary was just speaking.
Yeah.
He asked me to play guitar, and I told him no.
He said, "Yeah, he's gonna pass." I thought he meant he was gonna pass on the whole morning. So
that was a very quick follow-up question. You're still coming, right?
Yeah. See,
no one appreciates me.
Yeah.
I work so hard.
Yeah, I know.
So you spoke this morning. What were you talking about?
Purpose.
There was some construction going on.
Yeah. The name of the sermon was actually
Under Construction.
Under Construction. Thank you.
Which is the name of the title here.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Under Construction and Sad News.
Oh, the sad news. That is sad.
So we covered the sad news, and let's get on to some
the dad,
awkward good news from you.
Awkward good news.
Yeah.
Why is it awkward?
Because you, dude, the room was tense this morning.
Wasn't it?
It was tense.
Wasn't it?
I think people probably could have benefited from someone in the middle of the pews just letting out a fart or something. Because people didn't know whether they could laugh or not.
Wasn't it tense?
And you were trying to be funny about it, but still serious, like keep it lighthearted serious, but it was definitely tense, dude.
Yeah, so
it was real.
So I've been here since September 2018.
How many months? It was September, October, November, December. So you've been here as long as Pastor Seth was.
16 months. 16 months. So I've been here 16 months.
Yeah.
And we kind of, this church has been here. United Baptist Church started out as First Welsh Baptist Church in 1850, and then this building is
That's a lot of years ago.
1855.
1850.
And,
so we're talking 170 years later.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a lot of years.
Yeah.
That's almost as old as you.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, almost as old as Adam and Eve. It's pretty old. So
Moses came through.
Yeah,
here.
Moses, he sat in the first pew. Yeah. Moses and Elijah, and they're all sitting around here. Peter, I think, showed up one time.
Probably twice.
Yeah, Paul came and was never asked back. So, they didn't like that.
So you were talking this morning.
And Judas, I think, was one of the deacons at one time, and then he sold out.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Not judging, just saying.
Not judging, just saying. Anyway, where was I? I went on a tirade.
You were talking about this morning. So.
Oh. So
short, Gary, short. Oh my. We're just gonna die here.
Okay, and then we have a dog here.
Hey, go.
So
Go. You're interrupting something really important here. Hey, go on. Go. Cora, call the puppy.
she was where?
Willow was getting baptized.
Anyway,
we're not going to be asked back anymore.
No, kind of like Paul when he visited this church. So, anyway, I've been here for 16 months, and this church has been through a lot.
That's a year and 4 months for those of you that can't math.
And now you have a...
We're going to talk to him later.
So anyway, they've been through some struggles, and we're rebuilding. When I first came, there was 12. Maybe we mentioned that before.
Yeah.
And so...
The time I was here, there was 12, including the 4 of us that showed up that day.
Right. So, and that was when I started. And so we're rebuilding. And one of the things that we're rebuilding is the structure of how we run the church.
Right.
The purpose and vision. So I shared my purpose and vision and shared how I biblically saw how we should be running the church and how it also fits with the Constitution.
So you want it to look like something out of the Bible.
Yeah, so we're trying...
Well, that's weird.
We're trying to do as biblical as possible, for people to say, our church, we do just like the Bible says. Well, we all have our quirks and we all have things that we could be doing better.
There's a lot of churches saying they all do it like the Bible says, and all of them look different.
Yeah. I mean, and it has to do with, the way you see the scripture flowing. And so I basically laid out this morning the structure of Jesus and God as the head of the church, and then
they're pretty good dudes,
right? And then pastor, elder,
right?
Because pastor is a spiritual gift, not really a position, but we made it position, so we just go with it.
So you're saying a pastor and elder are the same guy. So you're both a pastor and an elder.
Pastor, elder.
I've heard of churches having the pastor not an elder.
Really?
Yeah. That's weird.
How's that work?
I have no idea.
Huh. Anyway, so and then you have the deacons after. So down below you'd have the deacons, and we have trustees.
So pastor, elder, deacons
and trustees right next to each other, and
Dude,
then
this
below
would be
that,
a good time to have your PowerPoint up.
Yeah, it would. yeah, and then congregation.
Okay.
And congregation. We probably have one of those. Oh,
are these some right here?
Yeah.
Oh. That was the Wild Gary walking by.
Yeah. So anyway, we have our vision and purpose thing here, and so yeah, I don't know if people can see this, but this is let me see. Can you see that here? God and Jesus.
Yeah.
Pastor, elder.
Yeah.
Deacons, trustees, and congregation.
Yeah.
And anyway, we laid that out, and like you said, it was, we are in an interesting phase of our church.
I think interesting is pretty good.
We're not trying to
way to describe that.
I mean, we are not trying to run people off. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to
You're trying to crack down,
reorganize, and make sure that we're following biblical principles, and then we're trying to reach our city, reach the area for Christ. People come to know Him, and we've changed our worship style, which always goes over well with churches.
Really well, yeah.
It has split churches.
I remember receiving a letter, an anonymous letter from someone. Like some churches have those things in the back of the pews or chairs, whatever you got. Someone took like the offertory things.
Right.
Someone took one of them and said, "More hymns, please." And I think they put a smiley face on it and turned it in.
At what?
At some church somewhere.
Okay. Well.
So they were not happy about upbeat songs.
Oh, that was in Gettysburg.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I heard about that.
Might have.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Some folks just were not happy about
so
worship changing.
It's a struggle,
and there's nothing wrong with hymns.
No.
There's nothing wrong with newer worship.
I actually am a huge fan of hymns. I tell people that, and I don't
Probably
think
a lot more than I am. Not that I'm not a fan of them. It's just I didn't grow up on them.
Oh, I grew up on them. Love a good hymn.
Yeah.
Sang well.
Yeah.
Led well. So I do like hymns. But we're trying to reach all people.
Yeah.
Not just certain demographic. We want to be a church for all people. And that's the hard thing about church is you do want to be for all people.
Right.
But then you have your specific purpose and vision and all that stuff. So anyway, that's what we did this morning.
It was a good morning.
Yeah.
Gary asked if I would be willing to come this morning.
Yeah, come and be some...
And told me what he was going to be talking about. And I was like, yeah, I'll come support you. So I let the guys know at Stony Point that I was going to be here this morning and not at their church. And I was telling them why, and they're like, oh, yeah.
After I thought of it, sitting here, I had these rocks, and I had the cornerstone, the big rock, Jesus, and then the little rock, because I was saying that Petra is the cornerstone, the big rock, which is Jesus.
You said, he called me out in the middle of service to a question I did not know that. I thought I knew the answer to it, but I wasn't confident enough to shout it out. You ever been in the classroom, someone was so confident about the wrong answer? It was good. No, it was totally fine. So he asked me, you said Petro, not Petra.
Right.
And so I thought Petra meant solid like a rock.
Right.
And you said Petro, and I always thought it was Petra, and so I honestly just thought that you were saying it wrong.
No, Petro is little rock.
So I didn't know there was a distinguishment between. Yeah. I didn't know there was two. And so, like Petro and Petra, I just knew Petra, which I thought was solid. Like you said, Petra is big rock, right?
Petra's big rock, Petra's little stone, little rock.
Right.
And so Jesus says, on this, I'm going to build my church. So on the statement of Jesus, Petra, and Peter is Petro. Peter is little rock.
That's interesting.
And so we, as I said, are all little rocks. And so I had the big rock.
See? You can right about.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah. So right there's the pile of rocks.
Yeah, the pile rocks. And I had people
good.
come up and write, if they're buy into being unified with our vision and purpose. No,
this was towards the end of you speaking.
Right.
So this, he gave his whole spiel. He yelled at everyone. It was good.
Didn't yell.
He didn't yell. No,
I'm passionate.
He did it very tactfully. I think it came off well. I think everyone
I even started
understood.
with a funny video.
You did start with a funny video, so I got here a little bit late, and that's what we came into. But and at first I was actually really worried because we came in and I didn't see you at first, and you never said anything about a video. We're watching a video, and I'm like, did he get cold feet and not show up or something like that? I'm like, oh no, like, where is he?
So this happened. This was going to happen anyway, but circumstances last Sunday pushed me to do this quicker than I wanted to, and I think it was God pushing me forward. But there's certain messages that you are called to preach that you really don't want to preach.
Right.
If you are effectively being used by God, you're going to sometimes step on toes, not purposely, but it's
going to happen.
It's going to happen. And so this week has been a terrible week. I have been stressed out. I haven't been feeling well. Then I don't feel well. Then I'm stressed out. And then because, then I'm anxious, and then I don't feel well. Then I get anxious because I don't feel,
So it keeps layering and getting worse.
And then I'm thinking about, if this message goes really bad, people are gonna stab me with salad forks. And
he legit sent me a picture of salad forks over Facebook saying I'm gonna get stabbed by, and put literal salad forks in there.
That's right. Yeah. Or I thought that I will know next Sunday a bunch of people are out from my church with signs, "Send him back, send him back." So
I guess we'll see.
Lock him up.
It could be bad. It could be good. It could be bad.
Yeah. So anyway, it was very for me, and so because of that, I sought out a lot of counsel. I talked to I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
And I talked to Dr. Fred. I talked to
Dr. Fred's a really cool guy.
Yeah. I talked to other pastors and church leaders to make sure that we were on the right page. And one of my friends, who is a better writer than I ever will be, because I have a 7-page of this document, and then this is a 3-page document that simplifies.
Someone had to condense it down.
Yeah, someone condensed it down for me
Dude, you got like bullet points and everything going on here. This was great. I was looking ahead. I was not listening to you, and I was looking ahead as to what you were going to be talking about during the message. But yeah, look at this. Like there's a 10-point system right here. Like that says how they're going to accomplish their vision and purpose.
Yeah,
which was great. Like these are some things, and I didn't finish college, so I can't say that I wasn't going to learn them. But these are some things that I didn't effectively learn. Right. But like. I probably learned a lot about Gary, about ministry, and I was really happy he was there by my side. I showed up at his house one night because we figured we were going to get together, and he's just like, yeah, so we got to come up with our 1 year, 2 year, and 5 year plan for a youth group. Like, okay, which looking at it now, it's like, well, duh. But at that point, I wasn't like, you're stupid. I'm just like, well, Okay.
Yeah.
But and he's still sticking to it because he's got it here for this church. But I don't know who said it, but someone said that if you don't have something to aim for, you'll hit it every time.
Yeah, and we do. We need to have that's another step that we need to take.
Yeah, well, this is a shortened version, but in your lengthened version, you got like a page and a half detailing your 10-point system of what you want to accomplish, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, basically, we all have the main purpose of the Great Commission.
Yeah.
Making disciples, baptizing, and then we forget the teaching part.
Right.
And churches are all wondering, how do we grow our church? And how do we grow the church? Let's do this and this. And there's a guy that in one of my prayer groups that always says, it's pretty, hey, what's up?
There's a willow here.
He says it's pretty simple. You make disciples, you baptize, and you teach. And we've gone away from trying to make disciples.
Right.
And that's what, we're trying to do here. We started I don't know if I said this or not, UBC Bible Institute.
Hey, go on.
United Baptist UBC Bible Institute is just basically our discipleship class. But if you come, you can do a 2-year thing, different classes. Discipleship is first, and then different classes. Then you can get a 2-year certificate. Maybe some churches will accept it, maybe not.
But it'll show that you put in some amount of time.
Yep.
Which will be good.
Yep. So we're doing hopefully going to be doing a lot of stuff. But, change is scary. You never know what's going to happen. So.
Will that plug in?
Yeah. Let's see.
I'll try not lose speaker fans here. My laptop's charged up.
Well, we're at 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20%. And plus I need a new phone. If you want to help fund my new phone, it's United Baptist Church, 213 South Main Avenue. If you want to support me, like as a missionary, my address is 213 South. Why are you laughing? Times are tough, man. I'm behind on every bill I have.
So just donate a new phone, your life, and your 401k savings to Gary Eaches at 213
South Main Avenue, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
If you want to send them a new car and a new house,
213 South Main.
Anything else you want?
Good Reverend Pastor Gary Eaches.
He probably could use a new laptop too. So send
213 South Main Avenue.
Oh man. Too much. So it was a good morning. It was a good morning.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was tense.
Yeah.
But as you can see, just out of here, I can put this down a little bit more. So you can see there's a big rock and a pile of little rocks, and it took the congregation a minute, but once it got started, like I think almost everyone ended up going up, signing their name on a rock, putting it on top of the big rock, which that was a symbolism that people were on board with what you were talking about,
right?
And so it was tense, but obviously, there's a good return on that.
Yeah, and we'll see, what happens. And we're just, not that anybody's perfect, none of us are perfect, but we're trying to honor the Lord. All of us have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. That's it, as you're doing ministry, and you'll find this out probably more and more. Maybe not, I don't know what people see in camp ministry, what they expect, but people expect a higher standard, which, okay, the Bible does too, but we all struggle, we all sin, and for us to act like we don't struggle, and better, that's been a problem for years for churches. Pastors will come in and be like, I am the pastor, and I am the super spiritual one. And I'm kind of opposite. I come in, I'm like, I'm not spiritual at all. Super sinner right here.
My week sucked.
Yeah.
I was a jerk to the checkout lady at the supermarket. I'm a person of free will at the hospital.
Flicked off a few people. Yeah.
I may or may not have done that as well. You know, we're all. I mean, we aren't perfect, and we're working on getting better. And you've gotten better in some ways, and I've gotten maybe. I don't know,
we've all get better. We all, and that's where it's. There's a phrase from recovery groups: spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. So we want to. Be progressively better. We're not going to be perfect in this life.
Right.
If you think you're perfect and sinless, well, that just shows that you are sinless and not perfect. Because none of us are sinless or will be sinless. And, we do make mistakes. Some are crucial. We see it all over in the Christian world where popular people are falling in the sin, and it's, I don't know, that's always going to be. We're all going to struggle with sin. Yeah. But this group of believers, I'll tell you about this group of believers stands behind people. We know that people sin and struggle, even the pastor. I had up on my sign, I think we talked about this last time, that all sinners welcome, especially the pastor.
Which is great.
And so...
Well, I mean, one of the things I like about you being real and honest is that you become real.
Yeah.
If you got some dude up on stage saying, oh, I gave 50% of my paycheck to a charity this week.
213 South Main Avenue.
I made Mother Teresa proud this week. I gave her a good run for her money this week. I can't think of a time this week that I even said anything mean. And when you see someone, I mean, maybe they aren't saying that directly, but they come off as better than you, holier than thou. And
right.
You just can't. I can't. Maybe someone else can, but I can't get on board with something like that because it's that's not real world,
right?
And when you're in amongst others, when you're in amongst the unsaved, that's one of the struggles I've heard with some pastors, not all, but with some, and I think you do a good job of this. Is that when you do full-time ministry, you lose touch with the real world because most of the people coming Sunday morning are believers. Your staff is believers. Your friends is probably believers. You go to pastors' meetings where they're believers. And, everyone likes to come off as clean cut and maybe not even perfect, but better than, I might not be perfect, but I'm doing better than you are.
At least I'm not like that guy over there.
Yeah, but I think you do a good job of, you're in full-time ministry, but you still are relatable to the rest of the world, which I think is pretty good. So,
yeah, if I lose touch of that, I'm in trouble.
I think we all are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, friend, I think
we got to keep this short, right?
I think we're at a good stopping point. So this is a shorter one for you guys today.
They were hoping for that this morning, I think. Shorter message.
It was.
Anyway,
I think it was just the right length.
I forgot what I was. I had these raw. I wasn't thinking. If they really didn't like this, they could start stoning me.
That's true, and no one threw them at you. No one cast the first stone and signed the stones. We have signed stones, not cast stones. So I think, So we accomplished some stuff this week. It was a tough week for you, tough week for me.
Yeah, tougher for a week.
This is tough Sunday morning. For you. Yeah, it's a new challenge, but
death and funerals is always fun with family.
They
isn't it?
Suck.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Sure.
I heard someone say that before. That they're like, "Hey, now that you're a senior pastor, you can't say that life sucks anymore."
Really?
I think you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would suck not to be able to say suck. What?
Yeah, it would suck too if that was the case. So,
anyway.
Yeah. So that's a Sunday afternoon. That's a wrap. And so you
do this again.
Been watching the Caffeinated Word. Make sure to subscribe to YouTube and share the post of
well, this morning's video to be entered to win a Dunkin' gift card.
Or
the winner will be private messaged.
Yeah, or share the Spreaker.
Yeah, or
wherever.
Spreaker. Or Spreaker. So,
all right, well,
yeah,
that's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap. Have a great afternoon, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.